Hey everybody, join me for an unforgettable adventure at Six Flags Great America. We're going to go and celebrate the 33rd year of their iconic show, Love at First Fright. In this video, we're going to go ahead and dive into some spooky atmosphere at Fright Fest, some heart-pounding roller coasters, some Halloween attractions from eerie scare zone to live action performances. Today it's just the high level, but I will be going back again to show you more detail on that. So, let's go ahead and visit our first ride. Alright, so we are at Six Flags Great America. We are going to Fright Fest, so we are on our way to the Wizard. Now, unfortunately, Six Flags Great America does not allow me to take video on the ride anymore, so they did have some POVs that I can put in place so you can see what the ride feels like. But I want to share a couple of really fun facts about the Wizard. Now, you can see they have it all dressed for Halloween. They've got all kinds of creepy zombies and other fun, which they light up and they move at night. But the Wizard is one of the original roller coasters at Six Flags Great America, opening in the park in 1976. And it has a unique ride system. It's called the Speed Racer, and it's a ride system that's unique because it uses a spiral lift instead of a traditional chain lift to pull the cars up, which is what you see right here. The ride itself, obviously, it's very family friendly, and for a lot of families, this is like the first roller coaster that most of us went on who live in this area. In 2002, they almost took away the Wizard because originally they were going to put Superman, the Ultimate Flight there, but fans said, no, we love this ride, and so they kept it as a nostalgic piece of Six Flags history. One other thing I want to share really quick is that this is actually the last of its kind of this roller coaster. So enjoy! And as you can see, the Wizard is one of the best. So I thought the next thing we do after we went and did Wizard twice, lines were amazing. We decided to go see Love at First Fright. This is a beloved stage show at Six Flags Great America. It debuted in 1991, and it is the longest running show at Six Flags Great America. Basically, it's Jack and Katie. They find themselves in a graveyard, and they run into all kinds of characters, Witchy and Grim Reaper, and many more. Basically, they use all sorts of Halloween twists and songs and slapstick comedy, and it keeps us engaged from start to finish. I remember as a kid going to see the very first one, and I love being able to bring my family back to enjoy this show many, many years later. Obviously, because they continue to do that, I am so happy.
I've been changed.
For good.
How do you feel about flying monkeys?
I think we're done here. Something's not right. Looks like it's back to the drawing board with you.
The next ride we're going to check out that we're going to go on is the Demon. I just have to show you this. Look at this fence. It is covered in rats. It was hilarious. Now, I will tell you a little bit about the Demon. I actually ran that ride. It was one of my first jobs back in 1997, 1998. I ran the ride for 2 years. At the time, it was Demon, Skywhirl, Hay Baler. So we kind of made our way around those 3 rides. But a little bit about the Demon. It opened in 1976, so just like the Wizard, one of the originals. And it was originally called Turn of the Century, and it was opened when it was still Marriott's Great America. In the 80s, they rebranded it to the Demon, which was a little more dark and thrilling. They added elements like there's a rock tune that they play, special lights, and the Demon is 2 loops, 2 corkscrews. And I will tell you, after spending 2 full summers running that ride, I can still tell you which train is on what location, whether it's on the lift, if it's in going into the corkscrews. I still remember so many mornings where we took this test drive before we opened the park. We had to ride with leads, and it was such an amazing experience. And I know this ride like the back of my hand, so it is one of my favorites. I'm so glad it is still there, and so many memories. But it was a very fun experience. Working at a theme park had always been an adventure I wanted to do, and I think it's what really sort of caught my eye as to when I started this YouTube channel. And I was like, you know what, I love taking people on adventures. I love doing all that, and one of the adventures I had, obviously, when I was younger, was working at a theme park. And so it is such a different feeling when you've actually worked in the theme parks versus just going to them. And this ride, to me, it brings back all the memories, and so many amazing friends that I'm still friends with to this day. So again, they won't let you film on these rides anymore. They make you put them in a little box. So unfortunately, I have to use the POV. Now, the next one we're going to look at is Fright. We did do this ride. Scariest thing I've ever done. You kind of hang. It's like Batman is what it reminds me of. If you know what the Batman ride is at Six Flags. But basically, you sort of hang off either side, feet dangle, and you do a lot of twists and turns. So I don't have a POV for this one, so I apologize, but I wanted to film it so you could see how it is. And I love that they've got kind of random Halloween during the day. They have Boo by Day, Fright by Night is what they call it. So basically from when they open until about 6 o'clock, basically the park is set up for families. Now, I will tell you, unlike Universal Studios or some of the others, they don't cover up any of the scary things. So just like you saw on the Wizard, they still had zombies out. And it's fine, but if you have little kids, that can get kind of scary. Oh, I want to show you something really quick. So over here, they're going to have a brand new ride, and I'm not going to mispronounce it, so I'll play it for you.
Wrath of Rakshasa.
And that new ride is going to go right where the Skywhirl and the Hay Baler used to be. Again, Demon right over there to the left. So it's kind of an interesting area right now because it's under construction. So you have to go through Southwest Territory to come back to the Demon and over to this area. Now, one of the things that I want to share is that ride, they say that it's going to have a 96 degree 5 inversion. So it should be really fun. I'm excited to see when it arrives. It's supposed to arrive in 2025. So a couple of quick things. During the day, they're going to have what they call at Fright Fest called Boo by Day, Fright by Night. So in other words, from opening until about 6 p.m., they're going to allow kids to come in. They can do whatever they want to do, enjoy. And then after 6 o'clock, basically what they say is just know anyone under 13, it could be too intense for them. Could be, but they don't kick them out. But it does say that after that time, please know that they will show no mercy. Okay? Now, one of the things that I kind of want to share with you as a parent is that unlike Universal Studios, they don't cover up the gory attractions. So during the day, even though they call it Boo by Day, they still have all that stuff open. Okay, so like you saw the zombies and stuff. Now we are in what used to be the old Cartoon Network area, for those of you that might know that. So there's Spacely Sprocket rockets, and there's like a little boat ride. There used to be a Scooby-Doo train, but that's gone. Over in the far back, they have hay bales that the kids can go play on and run around through the maze. And then they have Trick or Treat from 1 to 3. So during the Trick or Treat tale, they do have like Bugs Bunny, they got Foghorn Leghorn, Sylvester, Daffy Duck, all of them dressed up in Halloween costumes. They do rotate out fairly often. So just know if you hang there for 15, 20 minutes, every 15, and I don't know if that's for sure every 15, but very often they rotate out the characters. So it's really nice, like if you just kind of hang in that area and just wait a little bit, you probably could get to see the rest of the characters that you're missing. Now, the other thing they do here on this Trick or Treat trail is they give out candy in bags. Now, you don't get candy like you do at Disney World. Like, it's not these big, huge, monstrous scoops, but I will tell you, they gave out full-size candy this year, which is the first time I've seen that. Typically, it was always like the little mini size, and you'd get like a handful. This one, they were giving out full-size candy M&Ms, full-size, different treats, which was a really good surprise. Now, my husband's favorite area is all about the DC characters. Now, he's a Superman guy. He absolutely loves Superman. That is his favorite overall character. Don't get me wrong. He loves Wolverine. He loves Deadpool. He loves all that stuff. But Superman's his favorite. So we always try to visit this area, and they have really done a lot of work in this area to sort of make this hub bigger. They've got the Flash ride, which we did go on, and that was so scary. Yet again, they will not let me take my camera on. But that ride is scary. I'm not going to joke. You literally sit down and it just takes off and takes off and takes off. And it was not quite what I expected. It was fun. I'm not going to say it wasn't. But for me, it was a little scary. Six Flags was purchased, and because of that, now they have more IPs that we've ever seen before. So I am heading back there without the kids, and we are going to experience the Fright by Night. So I will definitely share my thoughts on that when we head over. Now, one of my favorite areas here is the ride graveyard. Absolutely love it. So if you see this, go and take a look. These are all rides that used to be there. So example, the Orbit. My best friend used to run the Orbit. Turn of the Century obviously became the Demon. Iron Wolf, remember that was a standing roller coaster. You can see there's the Roadways, Deja Vu. Oh, that's the ride that was also over by Skyworld and Hay Baler that took over. Rolling Thunder, I remember that as a kid. Oh my God, it was the scariest thing. Go Google that. Six Flags Rolling Thunder, scary ride. Yankee Clipper, you can see there's an old ride station. Let's see if we keep coming over here. The East River Crawler, which I always thought that was the Lobster, but now the Lobsters is called the Lobsters, so not really sure, but totally fine. The hearse, they used to drive that thing around during parades. The Mausoleum of Terror, missed that. When I was a kid, Six Flags Fright Fest actually had a full area in the back, which was kind of a picnic area. And they used to literally just put like creepy, bloody things all over the place. And they used to have people all day. You'd go through this trail and they would jump out and scare you. It was the best. They used to have trolls on the troll bridge over by the Demon. Just such a different experience. Let's see what else. There's also, Raging Cajun. Oh, there's a Skywhirl bucket. I told you I worked at Skywhirl. I have so many crazy memories from Skywhirl. It was so much fun. I actually got to run that ride with my best friend. And we had such a blast. Like, it was It was so much fun. So the funny part is when you used to run Skyworld, for example, it had a loudspeaker system because people were up in these bird cages on 3 arms. If you've ever seen Beverly Hills Cop, that's what they looked like. And if not, Google that too. But the Skyworld would go up in the air and there would be people that would dance in there and they'd stand up and they'd act stupid. And so when we'd make announcements, you would say, ladies and gentlemen, we do ask that you refrain from whatever. And I just remember there were people that used to go to lunch and they'd be like, Jessica, we heard you yelling across the park. And I'm like, oops, my bad. But it was fun. It was a really good time. It was a fun adventure. 2 years was good. It was the right amount of time. Oh, there's Hay Baler. That's so sad. That was such a weird little... it's like a carny ride is what Hay Baler used to be. There's the Skyworld buckets. So see those buckets. So the odds are, just so you know, I probably checked those buckets and sent them on their way. Like just seeing them kind of makes me very nostalgic for working there many, many years ago. I would only imagine that everybody that once worked there probably has those same thoughts when they see the different rides they run that are not there anymore. One of the things I did notice now that they've been purchased, they've been bringing things back, refreshing the park. Like the park was kind of looking a little tired. Let's say that, right? So I feel like the Six Flags theme park in Great America was looking tired. And so what I've noticed is they're repainting, they're building a new entranceway. I also noticed they're building bigger sort of hubs in different areas. There's going to be the new ride. I'm really excited and anticipating a lot. So we'll see how the next year goes. All right, we are back up to the front. We sort of skipped through New Orleans area and where the Superman ride was, but we didn't really go check out a whole lot of that, but we will be heading back soon. And I do promise I plan on filming the full Love at First Fright show. It's a tradition. I have so many years worth. I probably should eventually put them up here, but I just haven't yet. But we are heading back to go and check out the haunted houses and take one more run through before the season is up. One of the things that you might have noticed, it literally was 90 degrees the day that we were there. It was so hot. Like it felt like an August summer day, which is nice. But it was just a little too hot to pretend that it was fall. The parks have implemented a new chaperone rule. So if you are under 18 or actually under 15 and you're going with a group of friends, please go and check that out on their website. Just like I told you, if you have a GoPro like I do and you have a selfie stick, you need to leave it in the car because they will make you run all the way back to do that. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. I wanted to share as much as I could from this first adventure out for the season. Lots more Halloween coming, so please go ahead and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you again at the next video.